It's a satiety hormone. So when your GLP is working properly, it does help suppress your appetite as well as reduce those cravings. It's a sugar-free, fast melt caramel. So what it's going to do best is it's going to reduce your sugar cravings or any other cravings you have in your body. It's going to suppress that appetite. But where Melissa got the most benefit, I think, over the last week was the L-carnitine. The L-carnitine tells your mitochondria, this is where you make, we talked about it before, this is where you produce energy in your cells. It actually tells those mitochondria to burn fat for fuel. We're noticing other people losing up to 7 pounds in the first week. 4 pounds has been about the average. As you lose weight and as you take these Bella Melts, it's going to help lower that blood sugar in your body as well.
All the information is there. MelissaHouseBG.com, MelissaHouseBG.com. Just now introducing for the first time Bella Melt with GLP-1 fast action.
Welcome back to Live Up to Freedom. Thanks so much for joining me today. We are live on worldviewtube.com, on WorldviewTube, a Rumble and X account, and also on WorldviewTube app, which is free of charge, available on your app store. All you need to do is look it up, WorldviewTube, install it, turn on your notification, and we are good to go. We're also live on X, America News on X. We are live on my Rumble, Facebook, YouTube, and Substack. And yes, we're live, so I will check on the comment section. I will read them like we did yesterday and day before that. What is today? Today's Wednesday. I believe it's Wednesday. My days are blurring all together. I have my windows open here and checking. But I do want to give some good news, I think. Few phone calls made it out of Iran today. Few people received phone calls. I was one of them. I received one call. Unfortunately, it got disconnected and I didn't get a call. They didn't call me back. But everybody who's receiving calls, they're, of course, playing them somehow or getting it out. Iran International is also playing all the voices that are receiving, but the message coming out of Iran through these calls or voice messages are all pretty much the same. It's a war zone here. They are massacring us, and is anybody coming? When I received my call, I tried not to talk so I could get as much information as I could and hear as much as I could. My response was, Lord willing. I couldn't say, yes, help is coming, because I don't know. But I know that's what's coming out of Iran, especially because now the regime has officially went into martial law. So with that, they are trying to show that it's over. People went home, but they haven't. The numbers are less. I did get that information from the call I received. The numbers on the streets are less. However, it's not over. They're not going home. They didn't give up. The strategy is, let's show people that it's done, like any other one, and we're not going to get a strike. Nobody's going to come to help. The normal stuff, right? The normal stuff of Iran. However, that's what they are asking. So we shall keep praying that the help is really coming. Because I heard today that seemed like President Trump said he had some talks and executions aren't going to happen. And I don't mean to be constantly a Debbie Downer, but sir, with all due respect, you really think you picked up the phone and called the mullah and he said, okay, fine, I won't execute people and that's the end of it? Really? You do realize for 47 years they execute people, right? Literally every morning, every single president has at least one execution. Like, what are we doing here? I don't know. And I promise I'm going to stay calm today. Let's do that, or let's at least try. Anyhow, I was up until about 4 in the morning and then got back up at 8 a.m. The reason I was up late, first of all, I had to finish some work because remember, bills still have to be paid. And also, I was constantly refreshing to see if any news come out of the 9:16 p.m. Executions, including Irfan. Nothing. I did put a last post at 4 a.m. saying nothing yet. And as I speak to you right now, there is no information. There is no, they did it, they postponed it. We don't know. What I do know through Iran International is that he was given 10 minutes of phone call to speak to his family to say goodbye. Now, I don't know how much of that means that they somehow listened to Trump and canceled all the executions, but I guess they did. However, they still made sure Irfan calls and say goodbye just in case if they decided to change their minds, I guess. As soon as I hear anything on the executions, including Irfan, trust me, it's, if you're on air, I'm going to announce it on air. If you're not, again, my Facebook, my Substack, which I've been encouraging you, especially my Substack, to become a subscriber. Everything is for free. All of these reports are for free. But if you finding in your heart to financially support my work, you can also become a paid subscriber. That's for the executions. I'm trying to get through all the questions I have seen come through the day and try to address those. Another thing I can confirm, I don't get it. Like, is it just us? Like, is it like Iranians? I don't know. Is it just us? Because I don't know. I don't know if I can think of a country who has fought so hard or faced such a massacre and tyranny in just 18 days, and everybody's still deciding what to do, and all good. But the Basij and IRGC, including plainclothes officers, have been raiding the houses of family members of those who have been killed. They've been raiding them. They're pretty much burglarizing them, and they're shooting at the walls and the fridge and the windows. And they have also made it very clear that if their loved one was killed by a bullet, on top of the $2,000 for the body, they also have to pay close to $2,000. That's $250 million 2 months. Close to $2,000 per bullet that their loved ones took. Why are we on any kind of phone call with them? Why? Like, I am puzzled today, or at least I'm acting puzzled so I don't go too far, too crazy on the world. But yeah, so there you go. If they killed your loved one and it was with a live round bullet, you pay $2,000 to get their body back, and then $2,000 per bullet they took, or they have been told their loved ones will be buried in a mass grave. Oh, I forgot to tell you, those who can somehow get the bodies and pay for all of that have been told that they have to do the funeral privately and before 4 a.m. When I posted that, somebody asked me why. The privately part, of course, is that, we're going to pretend like these people weren't killed. That's the private part. 4 a.m. part, nighttime quiet. Also, we do it before we come to their holy time of morning prayer, because those who were killed are not. They're kafirs, right? They had an uprising against a supreme leader. That is immediate apostasy and muharaba. So that's why. So not only people have lost their loved ones, now they have to figure out, do they get the body? Do they not get the body? Is there going to be a mass grave? One day they're going to know where their body, or get the body and then follow protocols of absolute inhumane. And in the meantime, again, as we speak, except Mossad, no one has tangibly sent help. I'll be very clear. Let history remember, day 18, over 17,000 dead, much more numbers to come because we're still 3 days behind on the count of body. Over 30,000 arrested. Injured people are being dragged out of hospitals and detained. The youngest killed 4 years old, the oldest 67, and everything in between. 6 days of absolute blackout of no internet, no cell signal, no landline, no electricity, 3 days a week, water. I have an idea. Let's put together a pro-Palestine rally tomorrow. Because I guess if you're Iranian, who cares, right? Let them die. I want to address one more question. It was a polite question, I guess. And the question closed with, if I'm asking, so are other Americans. So if any American is asking this question, here is your answer. I'm not even being sarcastic, genuinely. The question was, in 1979, they hated us. Now they want our help. In 1979, or before or after, Iranian people have never hated American people. You have had the revolutionary Islamists during 79 or before 79. Hey, you had MEK hating Americans enough to kill soldiers in 60s and 70s. But by population, Iranians have never hated Americans. Now, I'm going to say, for the sake of argument, were they all mad, disappointed for what Carter did to them, for what Reagan did to them, for what Clinton did to them, for what Bush did to them, Biden did, Obama did? Yes. They never hated Americans. Now, even if they did, what are you telling me? What are you telling me? That you felt like people hate you, so we should back off and let an Islamic tyrannical regime massacre them? I don't know. I am wired differently. Maybe I'm not wired anymore because I'm disoriented. My brain is fried and I'm exhausted. But here's the answer to that very brilliant question of, they want our help now. Guess what? We're the reason they are in this mess. So even if they're asking for help, technically they're asking us to clean up our own mess. Just like what I said during 12 Days War. I did a video and I said to everybody complaining about what Bibi is doing, he's cleaning up Carter's mess. Why do we keep forgetting? What's up with that? And yes, I'm being extremely biased. So when we're funneling money into Palestinian Authority under aid for Palestinians who do genuinely hate us, that's okay. Nobody wants to ask the question of, they hated us in 79, now they want us. I don't know. That's ridiculous. You know what? Let's not go help them. As I said, if we keep on moving the line, I promise you Israel will go help them. Again, regardless of what people want you to believe, Iranians and Jews have always had tight relationships. Regardless of 47 years of Islamic government forcing people to hate on Israel, that hasn't happened. So if any American is unhappy about America helping Iranian people, no problem. But I do remember every single one of you cheering Trump getting Maduro and helping Venezuelans. But again, I guess bottom line comes to the abandoned and isolated Iranians are on their own. We got to go take our first ad break. When we come back, you're going to hit the comment section. Don't go anywhere.
Life is too short to spend a single moment spinning in laundry worries. Take a load off your mind with the all-new Norwex Powerzyme laundry detergent. This natural detergent harnesses the power of enzymes and plant-based surfactants to leave fabrics fresh and clean without fillers, brighteners, synthetic fragrances, bleach, or harsh chemicals. So go ahead, have your cake and eat it too. More than ever, stressful stains have met their match. Powerzyme's fast-acting enzymes break down organic substances while natural surfactants loosen locked-in dirt and oil, removing residue, stains, and odors with ease. With 91% bio-based ingredients, this dermatologist-tested hypoallergenic formula is suitable for sensitive skin types and delivers a safe and effective clean that won't harm you or the planet's waterways. Less time spent worrying about laundry means you can focus on what truly matters. Norwex Powerzyme Laundry Detergent. Discover the power of nature and load up on confidence.
Welcome back to Live Up to Freedom. Thank you so much for staying with me until now. Another shout out to all of you who placed your orders on CyrusWellness.com yesterday. They will be shipped shortly. I appreciate your support. And if you like to, one, financially support me, two, financially support yourself and make your health and your house health better, head over to cyruswellness.com. All the products are 100% chemical free. Original formula comes from Norway, therefore Norwex. I have been using their products, not all of them, but those that I needed, for about 6 months. And I can promise you, when you make your purchase, you will be very happy, and most likely you will be a convert like I am, using just their product, especially when it comes to their cleaning supply and cloth. They're amazing. Of course, I do love their skincare product as well. But cyruswellness.com, cyruswellness.com. They don't sell anything luxury. It's just your everyday essentials. So give it a try. If you didn't like it, switch back to your 100% chemical product. If you do like it, then you can continue supporting this program while becoming a full-time Norwex customer. Evening, Lori from Canada. Good to see you. Let's hit the comment sections real quick. Hello from Colorado. Hi, Nancy from Colorado. How you doing? Good to see you here. Praying that somehow people get word out as to what is happening. Yeah, Lori, they're trying. They're like, the ways they're trying to contact us with phone calls, like, I can't tell you how, because that's a giveaway. But when I heard how the person who called me today, because that was my first call, I'm like, lines are open. And they're like, no, this is how I did it. I'm like, thank you, Lord. But what is happening to my people that this is the way they have to make a call? Annie, did you see Goldie Camary on Pier? Oh, yes, I did, Nancy. On Piers Morgan yesterday. And I'm going to double down on what she said here in a minute. But yes, she was amazing. Absolutely. Lori says, praying they do not execute anymore. I am with you on that prayer. Great point. Lori says, there was no one being slaughtered in Venezuela, but they jumped into that country pretty fast. So why not for Iran, where murderers are slaughtering people? Makes me sick. I will answer this. I will risk. No, I'm not risking. There is nothing to risk. I'll tell you what. And great point. Nobody was being slaughtered. And I remember everybody, including President Trump, kept saying he's a dictator. There's poverty, like line by line of everything in Iran, minus the massacre and the execution and all of that, right? But here's why. Here's why. Politics, right? Politics. Freeing Iran, taking out Khamenei, is not going to give any control to Iran's oil to America. But oh well, Venezuela does. So pardon me if I don't believe, just like many of my fellow Americans, that anybody's doing anything out of the goodness of their heart. That would be why. But hey, we have the strongest military in the world. However, it's 18 days and we still can't decide how to go in. Woo! I am a native of New York City, Chaplain T. I was 11 when the regime took over. Iranian refugees came to my neighborhood. They didn't hate America. Some of my best school mates were Iranian kids. Thank you so much. Yes. On a private call, I heard something like that too. An Iranian girl, as a neighbor to an American high schooler back then, during that revolution and afterwards. Exactly. The planning for the Venezuela takeout of Maduro started in September, 4 months to execute. It wasn't that quick. Correct, Nancy. But here's two differences. Number one, remember 6 months ago, Israel literally decapitated. It wasn't our B2s, though we like to take credit for it, but the 12 days war of Israel-Iran is what decapitated the Islamic regime. And Israel pretty much has the blueprint to every single up, down, underground, overground, overbridge, up in the sky, locations and infrastructure of Iran. Now, if we weren't so arrogant to be the hero, we could have just back off if we needed time to figure something out. Said, Bibi, all yours, go finish them. Or better yet, 6 months ago, we would just stay out of it and let Bibi finish it. There you go. That's for that. Governments create divisions. Unfortunately, Ryan, that is very true. But at the same time, I have realized that nowadays, people create division because the tunnel vision has become the normal vision. And that's the problem. Though governments do create divisions, no question about it, but people are definitely doubling down on creating more division between people. My prayers turned into tears. My tears turned into sobbing. My sobbing turned into anger. Maybe if oil came along with the deal, something might have been done. That was Deborah. Deborah, I literally, as I was reading, I thought you're describing my last 18 days. Yes. And I just said it before I'm reading your comment there. That's the oil thing, you know. Thank you for keeping us informed. Ryan says you're welcome. Ryan says, how much family do you have in Iran? Enough to be heartbroken. Enough to shake every time my phone rings or a message pops up. Though many have, you know, disowned me. Some for their own protection, some for their own belief. I still pray for them and I still worry about them and I still scroll through when pictures and names come up of those killed. I'm not reading first. I'm scrolling through the pictures first. And then I go back and I read the names and the ages and the locations. Piers Morgan's show is as bad as Jerry Springer. Yes. But I will, again, I'll give him credit. At least he's doing something, right? Many of ours aren't. And if most of them are just going for MEK, which we will get to in a minute. Prayfully, something is the making to help the Iranian people, and soon. Amen, Tammy. Again, I didn't say it's not coming. I'm saying, as of right, I want you to remember that for 18 days, people of Iran had to fight for themselves. Again, it's important to remember, because here's the thing. I said it on my Substack. Let me say it on air for the record. The moment this help arrives, everybody is going to forget about the real heroes of this scenario, and the crown will be put on one man's head. And I know I'm going to go ballistic on everybody when that happens. But my whole goal is, it is enough of taking people's credit, bravery, courage, suffering, and keep crowning one man. It's just a little bleh. That's my point. If Trump does nothing but bark, he will go down in history as worse than Carter, criminal complicity with IRI, Islamic Republic of Iran, unforgivable. Stephen, I don't think he's not going to do anything, but even if he doesn't, I promise you, in America, he's going to still go down in history exactly how many have been convicted, that convinced that he is, which is okay. Again, at this point, I really don't care about any of that. I don't. I just want my people freed. They have earned, if nothing else, they have earned this help. Name the country that fought for 47 years, died in hopes of freedom. They have earned this help. When do you think help will come to the Persian people? I have no idea, Rhonda. They're saying next 24 hours. And here's another thing. I know there's a lot of chatter. Jets over there, Qatar over there, Brits and doing this. At the same time, it doesn't make sense. We're not going to put that much into information out about an attack. So this might be the, narrative out, and something else might be behind what's coming. I pray for the people of Iran daily, and during the night when I wake up. This is horrible. What these freedom fighting Iranians are enduring with the war. Agreed and agreed. The Iranian people should be the heroes of all Americans, reminding us of what it means to fight for the freedoms we take for granted. Yes, Joy, but that's the problem. We both know, most of you know, when help arrives. Just listen, the moment those B-2 were dropped, in America, nobody credited Israel, nobody credited Bibi, nobody credited IDF. Headlines turned, microphones turned, and that's my point. We both know Iranian people aren't going, regardless of the help, regardless of the results tomorrow, Iranian people are not going to be heroes or examples for Americans, because I'm sorry, it's an American thing. We're the best of best. Regardless of who's doing better than us, we're always the best. It's the ego that comes with America. Ina's very disappointed with my government. Tepid respond to this dreadful situation you beautiful, lovely Iranians are going through, praying for judgment to be unleashed. God bless you, Inas. Thank you, Lee. I appreciate that. Yeah, but you know, at the same time, this has been a great 18 days for a lot of us to see a lot of people's true colors. That's another part of that, another layer of this, right? These 18 days have given us chances to get to know our representatives, governments, mayors, heroes, networks, right? We come to learn about all, and again, of course, you're writing me from England, but if my fellow Americans do remember, because that's another thing, we're very good at erasing, forgetting, or we erase what we don't like to remember. And we defend, with a minute I have, I want to actually talk about this real quick. So for a while, as you know, I've been putting out Rudy Giuliani's stuff, and, but basically telling everybody how he is promoting Islamist Marxist terrorist group. And to this day, still, though I put his own words, his own clips, I have Americans who come and defend him by excuses such as, well, with everything he had to face with the court and the unfair justice, yada, yada, I don't blame him to turn his back. Defending him, covering for him, giving him excuses. This morning, I put out a confirmed information that Crown Prince Pahlavi is at inside Capitol Hill meeting with Lindsey Graham. Comments. Oh, he's discussing, he needs to take a shower after shaking Lindsey Graham. So let me get this straight. If your guy does wrong, he's still a hero with excuse. If the bad guy makes a good decision, he's still a bad guy and should be bashed. Cut the hypocrisy, people. Seriously, in 10 years, we're going to have to fight this fight in our country, in America. And your watch needs a new battery, because I'm sure you're thinking it's not going to happen on your watch. The way we're going, how blind we are, that America's mayor is a sellout. The guy has officially sold out to MEK. Forget about Iranian people. What do you think he's doing for MEK inside America? How much access do you think he got this terrorist group? You defend him. You come up with excuse for his terrible choice and bad judgment. But Lindsey Graham, that me, myself, not a fan of, I will sit here and say, guess what? For once, no matter how much profit he's going to get out of this, as we say in Farsi, nushi junish, we're happy for him to profit from this. But at least for once, he's putting his money where his mouth is. Oh, you all come at me like, I can't believe you're defending Lindsey Graham. Yes, I am. I'll defend him as long as you defend Giuliani. How's that for a deal? We're going to go take our second ad break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Brandon House. Melissa and I have been taking Bella Grace, this powerful elixir, since last fall, 2023. The results have been amazing. My hands would crack and bleed, deep cuts and cracks every winter for years. No matter what we did, we couldn't get them to stop cracking and bleeding. This year, I took Bella Grace, no cracking, no bleeding. My acid reflux, gone. Haven't had to take a Pepsid. My hair growth, the last 2 times I had my hair cut, the lady had to use thinning shears on my hair. That's amazing. We've also received incredible feedback from you, our listening audience, and the impact it's had for you. This is loaded with astaxanthin. That's a powerful antioxidant. Collagen, but top grade collagen. Studies show 95% of it is being absorbed in the body because of the way they develop it. Then we have something called cat's claw. That's an anti-inflammatory from a vine in Peru. It's the bark, and it's an anti-inflammatory. There are about 80 clinical trials on Bella Grace. Please get a subscription now and save. MelissaHousebg.com.
Welcome back to Live Up to Freedom. Sorry, I had a quick task I had to do over here. Thank you so much for staying with me until now. Oh, okay. We made a deal at the closing of the last segment. So let's do this real quick. I'm going to switch up segments here. MEK. You know I've been talking about MEK. We've been talking about MEK on Brandon House Live, and I should add this: we haven't been just talking about MEK and claim and gossip. Everything we have said, we immediately backed it up with proof from Congress, from websites, videos, pictures. Yeah, Now, MEK has finally managed to put together a pro-MEK for Iran rally in London. Let's take a look at clip 4.
به کوری چشم شاه حسین 10 نفر از فرزندان ایران زمین صدای مردم ایران را در جهان انعکاس می‌دهند. آزادگان مردم ایران نمی‌گذارند صدای انقلاب مردم ایران خاموش شود.
Okay, we can come back. You got the gist. That's wonderful, right? Now, you couldn't understand the guy behind the phone filming it, so I'll translate what he said. You would have catch it that he said a sentence, he had a long pause, and then he kind of continued. He literally said, wow, how do we say that in English? Against the Shah and the mullahs, literally he said, tens of children of Iran are out here screaming their desire. At least he was honest. Well, there were more than 10. But here's what I want to do, guys. Let's show MEK talking heads, MEK promoters, how it's done when you do a rally in London. Let's play clip number 5. Okay. We can come back. How's that for a rally? By the way, chant. This is the last battle Pahlavi will return. London versus London. And Maryam Rajavi, the president-elect of MEK/PMOI/RNC/RNCI, apparently for rebranding still hasn't saved you your face. You can spend all the billions you have. There is no way in 2026, thanks to technology, you'll be able to lie to anybody. We just watched your people, as you call them, children of Iran, for their president-elect in London versus Iranians pro-Pahlavi in London. In the comment section, seriously, guys, what do you think? Do I even need to bother? Probably not. But since I'm in mood to brag a little bit, why don't we watch the pro-Pahlavi? I don't even need to say this because you'll see it. The pro-Pahlavi rally here in Los Angeles, California. It is so good to show off. By the way, I shouldn't do this, but Thomas, did you like that drone work? Right? So, again, I'm Rajavi, MEK, and the rest of your labels, everybody out there. Hey, I get it. While the money lasts, you might as well collect and promote. But look for yourself. Think for yourself. Furthermore, you're Americans, so speak for yourself. So, yes, I don't know how can anyone in any shape, by the way, I just did the show off of London and Los Angeles. By the way, that is the crowd that an MEK driver was trying to drive through. Again, they apparently don't even have enough logic to calculate how they should do what they should do. But I could literally, we might just do this tomorrow, just for fun of it. I can give you video after video after video with the same crowd in Israel. We had Israel out tonight for Iranians, and it was Israelis and Iranian Jews. Israel's out. Italy, Netherlands, Poland, Germany, Italy, UK. I can make the clips all for tomorrow just for us to have fun and watch this crowd go. What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't know what you're doing, but I know what I'm doing. Javid Shah. I'm voting Reza Pahlavi. And I'm an Iranian. My vote counts. Giuliani, you don't get to vote. Matt Gaetz, you don't get to vote either. Because we're going to respect the Iranian people, right? We're gonna be Americans. We're gonna let them pick their leader. We're gonna let them vote for their leader. Did you know none of your votes count? And furthermore, I'm gonna say this, with all due respect to all my fellow Americans, your audience's vote doesn't count either. So again, what are you doing? Rajavi, if you're supposed to be this strong leader, are you even thinking, like, what are you doing? You know, you're wasting your money to promote yourself to who? People who don't get to vote? I don't know. Hey, I guess when you get money that easily, you spend it just as easily. Now we did the show off. I'm going to go back to the... By the way, somebody on the comments says you look better today, Annie. This is one of the reasons. Like, every day when I see, because that's the thing, remember, we Iranians were fighting two enemy, the regime and MEK. Don't forget that. We're fighting two. Iranian people inside Iran are literally at war with the regime. The rest of us out here for last few days, we have shifted focus to fight the other enemy, right? So when you are ready to come on air with just a simple, gorgeous production, beautiful song on top, to literally say 1,000 words towards your enemy, you just feel better, look better, you have the smirk on your face. Lori says, who would be blank enough to want another regime like they have? No one in their right mind. Pahlavi will be their hope. Absolutely. Yes, Teresa, that song is amazing. Actually, that song, the music video of that song, which was by Ebi and Shadmeh, the video has English subtitle. Amazing song. The name of the song is I Have a Dream, and the lyrics are about I have a dream that is not impossible. I have a dream that is doable. And the dream in that song is exactly what all of us Iranians are on the edge of our seat with our suitcases in front of us right now. So you can actually look it up, EBI, I Have a Dream. Music video will pop up with the subtitles. I never get tired of watching that. Love Pahlavi. Right, Bob? Like, if it was appropriate, I would like, let's play it again and play it again. And it's just like, come on. I don't know. Maybe they have hope. Maybe something. Did anyone see the threat made against President Trump live this morning? They said this time we don't miss. Yes, actually, I actually have that. I think, Thomas, I think I did send it to you. If I haven't, that's all right. But yes, Islamic Republic of Iran's broadcast, they were showing on side screens of supposedly funeral of the 100 martyred forces that were killed. And then on the right side, on the bigger window, they had a picture, the immediate picture that was taken of President Trump in Pennsylvania after he was picked up, blood dripping from his ear. And at the bottom of that picture in Farsi said, this time the bullet won't miss. Yes, that was on my topic to talk about. The Iranian people in Iran and around the world have obviously been watching and waiting for this time. Yes, ma'am, they have. Annie, have you watched Monkey Works? He tracks military flights. I have not, but I have had one person sending me a screenshot of some sort that I have not been able to see. Okay, I feel terrible. Wait, is this our third segment? Yes, it is. Is it? Yes. Okay, let's head over to our other platforms. And I feel terrible because I was just looking at Substack. Now it's not fair. Yes, Kendall, it did happen. That they did that on TV. No, I did not hear Brannon saying that a former MEK member who's in Germany, I think it's Ray, willing to come on his program to warn about MEK. I did not hear, probably because while he was on air, I was producing a show and then I came on air, but I'm very glad to hear that. I'm pretty sure, Jerry, President Trump have seen that a screenshot somehow. It has got to him. Rhonda says, wow, very beautiful lyrics to that song. I've got goosebumps. That it's amazing. Like when you understand the words that goes over that drone shot. It's just, anyways. Yes, Annie is pumped. And John says, no help will come. That's okay, John. That's okay. You know what? That's okay. Because Lord has blessed Iran for last 5 years. The biggest awakening has happened in Iran. Millions coming to Christ. So, if earthly help isn't coming, that's okay. I mean it. That's okay. Because Lord is there. The rest will work itself out. We got to go take our last ad break, guys. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to have more fun. Well, hello, everybody. It's Annie Cyrus. Welcome to my art studio where all the magic happens. This is the station for painting, and that is the station for all the resin art I do. If you want to check out my art, all you gotta do is go to lutfstudio.com. think, but I'm sure, or at least I hope, I'll see you at lutfthestudio.com. Welcome back to Live Up to Freedom. Thank you so much for staying with me until now. We are on our last segment. And again, a few ways you can financially support me if it is put in your heart and if you feel my work is worthy of your financial support. lutfstudio.com. That's lutfstudio.com, where you can find my handmade resin art. Lord willing, soon I will be adding more painting, acrylic, abstract painting, and diamond paintings. Also, you can go to cyruswellness.com. That's cyruswellness.com, where you can literally switch your everyday essentials of cleaning supplies, hygiene, cleaning cloth, mop, a broom, anything you need at home, pet department, baby department, kids department, 100% chemical free. I have used their product for 6 months, and I can almost tell you that there's a very slim 0.1% chance that you would not enjoy the quality and the clean results of it, and you save yourself money and you financially support me. Last but not least, subscription to my Substack. You can just become a free subscriber, or you can become a paid subscriber, where that money will go towards doing what I do. And I appreciate all of you who have done so already, and those of you who might do in the next few days. Praise the Lord for the working of the Holy Spirit in the Iranian people. Amen, Lori. Praise the Lord. Let's do this. I was waiting. Okay, I'm not going to say I'm surprised. I was waiting. Candace finally decided to say something about Iran, Iranian people, and what's happening. Let's listen to what she had to say and then come back and have some fun with what she had to say. Do we have Candace's clip?
So many people, oh my gosh, you won't believe what these radicals are doing. And of course, it just seems to be that whenever Bibi Netanyahu's around the corner, like, hey, I want that piece of land, suddenly our media starts telling us, hey, you wouldn't believe how free these people are trying to get in Iran. These people are really, woo, we need to free the Iranians. Oh, they've been living in oppression. Bibi is over here like, oh, land. Oh, no, really? It's about spreading democracy. Code word, that's military code word for dropping bombs and stealing a bunch of stuff that is.
Oh, bless your heart. I genuinely stopped praying for you, because my understanding of my faith is I shall not pray for the devil. I shall expose the devil. So, let me tell you something, Candace. Have you been to Iran? Because I'm positive you have not been. How many Iranian friends do you have? How many exiled Iranian women friends do you have? Because I won't ask you, do you know about Islam? Because I know you do. I mean, your buddy, Tate, the pedophile, specifically converted to Islam so he could do his pedophilia, and then came on your show to brag about it. So I know you know about the Islam. And I know when you wanted to touch on Islam, you had tens of thousands of people tagging my name on your post that you ignored, and ended up bringing an Iranian imam on your show, Imam of Peace from Australia, to talk about Islam. But I will tell you this. The fact that you have so much hate in you for Bibi, that you're willing to sit there as a woman who, before the investors came in to pour money in your pocket for you to become the lunatic you are today, you came on a show. You were sitting against your apartment wall. You had your wired headset to your phone, and you did an interview. The show name was The Glazov Gang. I am the producer of that, and the host was Dr. Jamie Glazov. And in that interview, you mentioned how much you have suffered oppression growing up, in the ghetto, and that allowed the left to fool you. By the way, back then you went with red pill, and how the left cult got you to believe that this is systematic oppression, blah, 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 until you were saved and red pilled. Let me talk to that girl. Darling, unfortunately, you didn't escape one cult and become free. You left one cult and joined the other one. The new cult you have joined is called the anti-Semite cult, where you will literally spit on blood of innocent young people in Iran that you can't even pronounce to promote anti-Semitism. Now I'm going to talk to you as an Iranian who was oppressed, who was sold at age 13, who did go to jail, who was lashed, and to this day looks over her shoulder because she's got 12 bounties on her head. As an Iranian, Netanyahu has my vote to take the land, because under Bibi, my people will not suffer. Under Bibi, they will have their freedoms. Under Bibi, they will have their freedoms to be who they want to be. A Zoroastrian, a Baha'i, a Muslim, a Christian, a Jew. So, since it's my motherland, you don't get to say. Even if your argument is correct, we prefer Netanyahu taking Iran than the mullahs. Now, Nick Fuentes had something to say. Got to go to him too, right? Here we go.
It goes without saying, I'm against this whole thing. I think that the country that needs to be restrained is Israel. Israel is pushing this, the subversion, the destabilization, the march towards war. This is what Israel wants. This is in their best interest. It really doesn't matter for us. And look, Iran is pursuing a rapprochement with Saudi Arabia, with Egypt, with all these other countries. We could work with Iran just like we worked with Saudi Arabia. People say it's an Islamist country that kills women and gays. It's like, dude, we are allies with Saudi Arabia for 100 years. You think it's impossible to be allied with a theocracy? Of course we could have a working relationship with Iran. Of course we could. It just has to be built up over time with mutual assurances, trust. The country that is undermining that relationship is Israel, because they want us to do their bidding. They want to sabotage that, and they want to take that off of the table so that our only option is a decisive military confrontation, which happens to be the only way Israel is going to get rid of Iran. So I don't want Iran to have a nuclear bomb, but I also don't support regime change. I like the nuclear deal.
Okay, you don't get to
Let
pick
him have
that one. Okay, quickly, few notes. Number one, Nick, I know even your own audience know that you are so, like, you have no knowledge of anything outside of you. But come on, man, you get a little ahead, okay? Did you actually know Saudi Arabia was founded on September of 1932? Did you know that? You didn't know that? Yeah. We haven't been allies with Saudi Arabia for hundreds of years. It hasn't even existed for 100 years. But that's okay. Number two. So you admittedly say you're okay with governments that kill women and gays. But then when some people call you sexist, you come out and say, I'm not. And by the ways, just out of curiosity, on which corner of your expertise and knowledge did anyone even give you authority to have an opinion about Iran or Saudi Arabia, for that matter, or Israel? The more you people, Candace, Nick Fuentes, Rudy Giuliani, Matt Gaetz, the rest of you, the more you do this, to me, it matters not. It doesn't. I will brag about it. All of you combined, probably you can add your dads and uncles to it. My knowledge of history and geography still beats all of you. So it has no effect for me. But did you ever think that you might actually do lose your audience. And with that, you lose their paychecks, because people are going to at some point sit there and say, okay, I feel my brain cells dying while I listen to these idiots. Turn off. You don't want a regime change? That's all right. Nobody asked you. Again, when it comes to our elections, we don't go ask foreigners who do they think should be our president, do we? So the double-edged sword sitting here will tell you that Iranians don't really care if you want a regime change or not. But you keep on yapping. That's okay. You're cute. No, seriously, you're like this. I have never met you in person, but I feel like in comparison, like if I meet you in person, I can like pick you up with back of your jacket with one hand. You're so tiny and cute. We got 2 minutes left here to wrap up. I want to make sure I read some of. Lori said, I wonder who he's supporting to be ruler. MEK, no, he straight up wants the regime to stay where it's at. And again, not because he's pro-Islam. He's not pro anything. It's basically, again, the hatred for Israel, for Bibi, for Jews. That's what these idiots come out and just run their mouth. And then I find them and chuckle and not play him. And I just call them out for being stupid. Like, how do you even talk about a country that you don't know how long it existed? Like, if I ask 4 questions about Saudi Arabia, Nick probably is going to be like, I need my mama. Hi, Hadiya John. Good to see you. You are very welcome, Lori. Oh, Lord have mercy. Here's what we're going to do, guys. I'm going to be joining Brian House tonight for more updates. Of course, those of you who are on Worldview YouTube, we're going to see you there. For the rest of you on other... Dog-faced pony soldier says Nick is closeted. I mean, I don't think it's even closeted. In his own world, it might be closeted. I don't know. Here's what we're gonna do. First of all, I'm gonna say thank you, guys. Thank you for all your prayers, all your support, all your kind words, all of your deep care for me, for Iran, for people of Iran. It is not going unnoticed. I will one more time say, please head over to my Substack, liveuptofreedom.substack.com. Become a paid subscriber if you can. Also, head over to cyruswellness.com, cyruswellness.com. Trust me, you will thank me about a week or so after you receive your product. I will most likely not do a show tomorrow for the fact that I really have to finish my expose for Substack for free on MEK. Between translating, posting, doing show.
Joining me now from Dallas, Texas, live on the road is Shahram Hadian. Shahram, Annie and I have been covering this. We did so today at 1 o'clock Central, but I wanted to reach out to you. Obviously, you were born in Iran, and you've been following this closely. What are your thoughts? President Trump, we have some clips to play. He is getting more and more aggressive on the talk of not tolerating this slaughter of the Iranian people, much less their hanging. It did seem, though, from a